Good morning, YouTube. So we have 9 for today. A couple of them are small little cookie cutter yards. So today will be the first day of my spring bi-weekly services. So like I said in my other video, I'm at like 40-ish accounts. So this week I'm gonna do like 9 to 12 accounts, and then next week I'll do the rest. I just wanted to wait an extra week, but I also wanted to divide my week so that one week's a little bit lighter than the other week, and then as I keep getting accounts, I can kind of like divide them and try to make one week, make this week as busy as next week, and that's the goal. But today I kind of wanted to talk about uniforms. As you guys saw, when I first started, I was wearing like a light green shirt, and then I've always worn khaki pants because I feel like it kind of blends in with the dirt or mud or whatever. And then black shoes. And like I said, like I used to wear like a light green shirt, but then once summer started, it gets hot during summer. And I know there's been a few people saying like, there's a lot of lawn care guys during spring, and then during summer they all go out of business because they realize like how miserable it is for like those 3 months. But one thing that like will separate you from all these other guys, or that like a lot of people don't think about, is uniforms. Like, I again, at the end of the day, it's your business. You run the way you run your business. But this is just like my 2 cents. At a very early on, like I wanted to kind of like treat this business as a big company, even though it's not. Since my first worker, we've always matched. It's always been khaki pants, black shoes, and then I switched over to like, it's called safety green, but it's yellow. I don't know, it's weird. But I switched over to like the safety green because obviously during summer it doesn't attract as much light as any of the other colors, and that's why safety green or yellow, you'll see a lot of people or a lot of lawn care providers go with this color because it keeps you cool slightly. I mean, it's still hot, but it makes it slightly better, I guess. So I mean, I'm just not a fan where like a crew shows up to your property, and then one's wearing blue jeans, a black shirt, the other one's wearing khakis and a blue shirt. It's all over the place. It's so chaotic. And like from far away, from my perspective, I'm like, damn, like they're just all over the place. So I've never liked it. I've never been a big fan. So I'll have Jacob meet me up later, and I'll take a video of him so you guys can kind of see like, what I was wearing, he's wearing, and vice versa. But I mean, I just got these pants and these shoes at I got the pants at Walmart. I used to get the shoes at Walmart, but I just got these off of Amazon for Christmas. They're like $100, so I'm trying them out this year. But you get some nice like slip resistance shoes at Walmart for like $40. These khaki pants were like $22-25. And then before I slapped like my logo on my shirts and sweaters, I used to just buy like plain yellow shirts from Walmart or Tractor Supply, and they're probably like $10-15. And then if you get like a sweater, I got one from Amazon that was like $30-40. And then I bought the same thing. I bought the sweater and the shirts for Jacob, but he was responsible to getting khaki pants and black shoes. And then when I got like logo shirts and logo sweaters, I gave him 2 of each, I believe. But yeah, uniforms. You want to stand out. You don't want to. Don't show up with like different guys wearing different shirts and whatever. I know when you start off you have to, but definitely reinvest where you look like a legit company where all your guys look the same. Maybe the owner, if you want to be fancy, you're wearing like a different type of shirt. Me and Jacob, we just match. So we're at property number 1. This one, I come out monthly, and then this would be the first bi-weekly service, but as you guys can tell, I've been pruning this myrtles. The property itself doesn't really need it. I edged and picked up the limbs from the storm that we got a few weeks ago, so I just got to blow. And then I worked on these 2 guys, but again, I'm not an expert on myrtles, but from the little that I know, you can kind of tell the last person that cut these myrtles They murdered it, pun intended. That's why they call it crate murder. They cut it to like below the knuckle, so I think this is what you call the knuckle, and you want to cut above the Y shape. But you can see they cut it like below the knuckle, where the myrtle ended up getting ended up getting like infected. But you know, crate myrtles are known to they're hard to kill. So normally I do it above, so I went a little bit higher than normal. I could have gone a little bit lower, but I mean, it was kind of like touching the line already, so I cut it a good like half. I just finished this one, and then this one I haven't started, but you can tell, you know, it got some infection or some disease where it sealed this up, and then it just started growing on the sides. So I mean, it still looks good. I mean, it'll still bloom, but I don't know about how, like, if it looks good or not. But like, it's such a big property. But every time I come, I try to spend like an hour and then do what I can. So this is one that they obviously haven't cut because it's bigger than the house, but because they haven't cut it, like, you can see like it's growing healthy. Like, there's no knuckles that were sealed. That one, they did the same thing. I don't know if I'll get to that one. I might need my chainsaw for that one. But yeah, so I've been here maybe like 20-30 minutes, so I might do this. Well, I'm gonna do this rose bush too that's overgrown. So this client actually passed away a few months ago, and when the son lives in California, so when they came out, I went to his funeral to pay my respects. And the day I found out, I was actually servicing their property, and I told them, you know, please don't pay me, like, you know, this service is on me. I like to pay my respects in some sort. And I thought I was going to lose this account. I mean, this is one of my first accounts that I used to charge them $65 for this freaking huge yard. It normally takes me an hour by myself. If I'm with Jacob, it'll take us like 40 minutes. But the dad, and may he rest in peace, he's like, no, he's like, I need to pay you $100 minimum. And I was like, okay. And again, I didn't know. And again, my schedule's not filled. You know, some people will be like, oh, you need to be charging $150 every time you come. I mean, I'm happy with $100. At the end of the day, you know, I'm making money. It's $100 for an hour. Like, you know, after taxes, I'll probably clear, you know, 60 to 80. That's good for me. You know, I don't know. They've been good to me. And but anyways, to my surprise, like, they've kept me for like 4 or 5 months, and the son, I believe, moved back to California. So I think they just want someone to come in here and take care of the property, do what it needs, and that's what I do. Done. So I was able to do four myrtles, a rose bush, edged and blue within an hour. So yeah, I mean, this is like one of my only exceptions where I'll kind of go above and beyond, because I honestly, this was a lot more than $100. But like I said, you know, it's not always about money, you know, and I already have a few things, and especially when a client has treated me good and they've kept me busy all year round, zero issues, never hear from them or from the son. And even while Jack was alive, like, he still never gave me any issues. He always, you know, thanked me, always told me what great job I did, or I do. So why not, you know? I'm here already. I didn't bring the 52, but Bossman is asking, how do I like the Tweels? I love them. I'm just waiting to wear these two guys out more, and then I'm going to be switching these two to the Tweels too. It's just one less headache you got to worry about. And again, you got to think long term, like, you know, when you have like 15-20 yards that you got to do in a day, and you get a flat, that's going to push you behind like an hour, maybe like 30 minutes to an hour if you have all the equipment with you to patch it up. I mean, some people don't think it's worth it because they're like, it only takes me like 10 minutes to patch it up. But I mean, I can go through any terrain and it'll be fine. I have a few hills and they work great. Obviously, you know, when it's like slippery or right after it rains, like with any tires, it's gonna slide. I will say you do have to be more careful when turning because it does tear up the grass slightly more. But I mean, these do too. So in my opinion, go for it. But they are expensive, but it's definitely worth the money. Again, with these two, like I have to worry about like what I'm going over. You know, I know that I'll get a flat eventually, and with the Tweels, like I'm never gonna get a flat. And also about the leveling, like sometimes you have to worry, like is it leveled correctly? Because you know, one tire might need more air, or one, you know, vice versa. And with the Tweels, it should always be leveled unless there's something wrong with your deck, or you hit something that, you know, made it uneven and whatnot. But yeah, I have gotten a few comments saying where I get my signs and whatnot. I'll get to it. I'm sorry. Like I just, you know, it's easy for me to just take out my phone while I'm working. But in the next video or two, I'll make a video of how that works. It's expensive, I'll say that. It's a little pricey, but I'll break it down and kind of tell you guys how I do my math, kind of like lawn care math, because it's, again, it's worth it in the end. So this is probably one of my only yard that I do bi-weekly up till December pretty much, because as you guys can tell, he has a lot of leaves. And you know, Jacob already mulched up this side, but this is pretty much how it looked before, how it looks afterwards. But it's a little windy. We're supposed to get like a big wind or storm this week, so tomorrow I believe. But yeah, I mean, clients like him are out there. They're rare right here where I'm at, because, you know, obviously grass is still dormant, so there's not really that much to do. But there's a few clients out there that like care about their yard. They don't want any leaves on it. So, you know, before we leave, we'll blow everything over here, and then I'll have Jacob mulch up that area. So they're out there. They're just hard to get, you know, but it's a process. So something strange happened earlier today. I had sent out a message to all my clients a month ago, and pretty much telling them, you know, we're starting this month. And one of my clients, like a small little cookie cutter yard, when I pulled up, I saw a for sale sign. So I told Jacob, like, we're gonna skip this yard because I don't know if it's, you know, if it's is it under contract or whatever, and I don't want to do a service and then kind of like chase my money. So I sent a message to her asking her what the deal was, you know, if she wanted me to take her off my schedule because I saw a for sale sign. But that's a first for me, so I'm pretty sure I lost that account. So, you know, it is what it is. I do have a couple quotes this week, so phone is slightly starting to ring, but we'll see. So you guys can see he forgot his other sweater. Well, he said it fit him too tight, so I might have to order him a new one. But he's wearing like our old uniform, just a plain yellow sweater, but it still has the khaki pants and khaki pants, black shoes, yellow shirt or sweater. But yeah, grass is starting to turn somewhat green. But yeah, uniforms is the way to go. Stand out, you know, treat your business as a business. Again, there's a lot of guys out there that just, you know, their uniform is different. They're okay wearing like a, you know, a darker color and some jeans. And at the end of the day, it's, you know, it's y'all's business. So you know what works for you, what doesn't. These are just my 2 cents. And then lastly, Bossman said that the lady that I took back had me running back and forth because she ended up dropping me at the end. Yep, and that's one of the things that's, you know, it sucks because I'm not busy. If I was fully booked, I wouldn't have taken her back, but I did. But anyways, like, subscribe, peace.